Take a walk in the ocean, a map of Google Sea Views.
I started out this project by paying attention to how the weather could be explored through Google Street View. Specifically, I was looking for manifests of invisible phenomena such as the wind. Other visible weather events are usually removed from the Google database. You won't easily find a snowy street or a rainy day. In the process of searching for elements that materialize the wind, I looked for trees, flags, and sails, among others, that were blowing in some direction. While searching for windy elements, I naturally went to the coast. I noticed that in some cases, the yellow person could land in the middle of the ocean. Sometimes it looked like a GPS glitch that positioned a room far from its location. But there are some kind of rooms that could actually be floating, for example, inside a ship. These places that you can go in are not the same as the ones from a classical street view, but are 360 panorama images that any user can upload to the same database. Since these images are mostly produced by fancy equipment, owned by fancy people, most of them are taken inside fancy cruises. And since they are not uploaded by Google, many won't automatically blur faces. I'm guessing that there is some confusing process in which users just want to see their images and end up sharing them publicly without being entirely aware of. Technology has also created fancy cameras that can capture a 360 panorama even underwater. I was able to enjoy the wonders of the sea from my desk during lockdown and wanted to share my findings. So from the Street View Mapper, I exported a GeoJSON with all of them so I could put them in a map of the ocean that would focus on the masses of water as the main element instead of a plain blue background. I found out that the information we have from the ocean is not even as close as reach as the one from the land. But there's a thing called bathymetry, which intends to map the ocean by its apparent depth. So I used the Mapbox Studio to create my own base map that enhances this data and ignores the land, to have a look and feel from a 15th century navigation map, but overlapped with today's consumer ways of sea exploration. Finally, I embedded the Street View panorama in the pop-ups for each marker so that one could explore them. I decided to make them round so that you feel like in a submarine or in a cruise and are watching this from a porthole. Lastly, I divided what I found into 5 categories. First, the blue pins have every underwater panorama, which include from coral reefs to shipwrecks. The yellow one are all the cruises. Purple is for smaller boats. And even though islands and beaches are not precisely in the ocean, I included them as part of this ecosystem, in green, especially the very remote ones that almost blend within the sea. The red pins are for other things that I found, like a heliport, an offshore wind farm, or oil extraction cranes.